when you go to wrap your Teflon tape, make sure that you wrap it basically this way in this case, so that as I tighten this up, it's not going to unravel. In today's video, we're going to be putting in an outdoor hose spigot so that I can set up water to this chicken coop that I was given. What's going on, fellow fixers? Welcome to I Am a Fixer. I'm Jeremy, and this is a channel all about helping you fix and maintain your home so you can help others do the same. I don't want to have to maintain or manage this chicken coop more than I have to, so I'll show you. So this is the watering system that I got. It's basically just a pail that you can hook up a hose on the other side, and then whenever it fills up, it shuts off the water. But in order to get that set up, I've got to get water set up out here. Alright, so underneath this shed, this is water. This is actually cold water. I'm just going to cut this right here, and we're going to put a T on it, bring it straight out, elbow up, and I'm going to sink a 4x4 post in the ground, and we're going to put a spigot on it. First things first, I'm going to turn off the water so we can cut it and let everything drain out. The other thing you want to do after you turn the water off is turn on the cold water on any faucet that you can in this case, because what's going to happen is whenever I cut that, water's going to drain to the lowest point, and if those faucets were closed, then it'd be a vacuum and it would hold some water in there, or worst case, it would just take a very long time for it to drain out. By opening those valves and cutting that water, it's just going to help everything drain out super fast. Alright, so before we get too far into this, I'm going to go ahead and attach, this is the spigot that we're putting in, and this is basically just an adapter that goes from this copper to CPVC, because that's what's in there, 3/4 CPVC. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some Teflon tape on this and attach it good to the spigot. Now the biggest thing is when you go to wrap your Teflon tape, make sure that you wrap it basically this way in this case, so that as I tighten this up, it's not going to unravel the Teflon tape. I don't really have any set number of times that I go around this. Just want to have a decent amount of tape on there so that it'll make a good seal. And now we can just go ahead and thread it on. Alright, what you're going to need is, in this case, a crescent wrench and a good pair of pliers, just to make a good tight connection. And the reason I'm doing this now is because once I stick this through that 4x4, there's not going to be a way to tighten this up, and I want to make sure it's good and snug. Now this is ready to go. Let's go ahead and cut the CPVC underneath the shed. That way that water can drain out. Now, so while that's draining, we're going to go ahead and drill the hole in this 4x4. So I basically just need to put it wherever I want that spigot. So I actually have a hose hanger that's going to go up here. So I'm probably going to put that spigot somewhere down in this area. Now I don't have to go all the way through with this entire width, this diameter. So I'm actually going to drill it just far enough to where this will seat in there flush. And then I'm going to come from the other side with a bit that's the right diameter for the CPVC. It's probably going to do it for this side. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and drill through the center with just a straight bit. That's where, so that I know where the center is on the other side. So now I can go with a smaller diameter spade bit. It'll be the right diameter for the CPVC. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this prepped. So what I've got here is just some purple PVC, CPVC primer. You want to use primer anytime you're joining PVC or CPVC together. So I'm going to go ahead and prime the inside of the spigot. And I actually had a leftover piece that is the exact size that I need. So this will go through the 4x4 and attach to the spigot, and then it'll go straight down. So I'm going to go ahead and prime this end. And I'm going to end up having to use a coupler here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We're just basically getting everything ready to be glued together. And the same thing with this ball valve, shutoff valve. Alright, let's go ahead and get this prepped and ready. And it's fairly dry. I'm going to go ahead and dry this off and then prime both sides. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and glue this on. To glue it on, just slide it on and twist, and then hold it for about 30 seconds. And I always wipe off the excess. I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on here, glue on the inside, and hold it. Alright, I went ahead and got a piece of pipe and I just cut it to a random length that looks like it's going to be close enough. And I'll go ahead and prime this. We're going to go ahead and glue this in. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut this pipe off and put a 45 on it pointing straight up. Now we're going to go the other way. We're going to put in the spigot and put in the 45 going down, and we'll put in the cutoff valve and get everything buttoned up. This PVC cement here and also here. Then I can join the two together. Go ahead and put some glue on here, some glue on here. I can attach this. I'm going to go ahead and attach screws here. Making sure not to hit the pipe in there. Anytime that you're working with full city water pressure and you're dealing with pipes, I like to wait at least 4 hours before I hook up the water back on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the water on, and we're going to check and make sure that everything's going good. Now what I've done is I've left the faucets open inside. That way when you turn the water on, it's going to push all that air out, come out the faucets, and I can turn those all off and go outside and make sure we're still watertight and everything's working okay. Everything looks watertight. There are no leaks anywhere up until this valve. So I'm going to go ahead and open this valve up here. So I can open this up. Turn the hose on. That's got water pressure too. So now I can go ahead and dig a trench and hook up water to the watering trough. So this project is done. Thanks for watching. Check this video out if you haven't already seen that. And as always, get out there and fix something. I'll see you on the next video.